Okay, James, let's take a look here at your swing. I took some still shots and I'll get those to you. But what I want to focus on right here is your swing versus kind of Carl Patterson, who kind of has a kind of weird look at the top, but plays some really, really good golf. So backswing wise, like I said, you're really on plane. What I want to look at here is your elbow and forearm line right here is at 56-degree angle. And we can see Carl's up here. He's at 40, so he's, you can see he's got this bigger gap. Yours is here, kind of turned in more. His is really level. But as you start down, you can see the butt end kind of goes forward. The elbow doesn't move much, and you actually decrease that forearm angle down to 41, and then eventually down to 33 in just a few frames. So that shows how the butt end is leading the golf swing, so the right shoulder butt end is leading instead of the right elbow. Where if you look at Carl's over here on the right side, he goes from 40 and that butt end, you can see the club twist and drop into place. He goes basically to 49 in just a couple of moves. So he goes from a pretty flat 40 to a steeper 49, and you go from 56 to a flatter 41. So you're going in the opposite direction. So because this club is kicking back behind him more aggressively than yours, he's going to have more speed coming into the ball than what you got, and the club's going to travel on a better line into the ball as well. So as we keep coming, you can see how much flatter he is here, shaft-wise, than you are at that same point. So if I draw shaft line here, he's at 46-ish, and you're at 56, so you're a lot steeper at the same point in the swing. And then down into the ball, you can see his shoulders are tilted at about 50 degrees, and I've got this drawn on yours here in the red line here. Your shoulders pretty much are about 83, so just barely open, where his is quite a bit open. You can see he's got this curve here in his spine, where you're very much more straight in your spine. Your hips are probably about the same angle as his. Your right knee is going into the ball about the same as his. So he's just pulling that left shoulder up out of that golf shot a lot more. And that forces this right elbow to stay more bent because the right shoulder works down. And I know we worked on some of that at the end, and you were getting a little bit of that feeling and really could tell what that was doing. So I just wanted to compare you to Carl here, because you kind of both have kind of that same move coming into the ball. And so it's always good to look at there. In fact, here I can even put up Kevin Stadler. Kind of a thicker body, kind of like you as well. So if we mark him at the top here, he's at 40, so that's pretty much the same as Carl. And then a couple of frames, so it looks like he flattens out or stays pretty much the same. But you can see the club's going much flatter down in, so stop there. So you were at 56. And he's at 46, so 10 degrees flatter at position P5. So when the left arm's parallel to the ground, his club is a little bit flatter, closer to the body, so more lag, where yours is losing some of that lag. And then at the golf ball, you can see his shoulders here are going to be kind of the same as yours. But the biggest difference is you can see this gap. His right elbow's bent a lot more than you, but upper body wise, you guys are pretty much the same. Lower body close to the same. You can see he's exploding out of the ground. In fact, if we could see, I bet his left heel is off the ground a little bit, as both his legs are straightening. So that's where he gets his power, is it really exploding with his lower body. So we just need to keep working on that right elbow and keep it moving, either laterally like Kevin here. JB Holmes, his works laterally for a while, and then it really dives under, or getting it working under a little bit more will gain a lot of that speed that we started to see there at the end. and also the consistency in the strike on the golf ball being more center, so your flight's more consistent as well. So keep up the good work. Changes look good. Just a little bit more to go.